Hello, I'm Donna Griffith from the training team here at the home office of Stampin' Up! Recently, at the North American Convention, we asked fellow demonstrator Genevieve Ko from Markham, Ontario, Canada, to model what she does at her workshops. We had many demonstrators ask that we make her presentation available on our website following convention, and I'm thrilled to say we are going to be able to do exactly that. The presentation you are about to watch was recorded at the North American Convention in July of 2015, and it's a great example of just one way you could offer a workshop. Jen is one of our top demonstrators in Canada, so as you listen to her workshop, you will hear her share Canadian pricing. Now, the host for this workshop is named Megan, and she has told her guest that the cost for this workshop is $20 and that each guest will be making 4 cards while at this gathering. Now, Megan also told her guests that they could attend the workshop for free if they made a $25 purchase today. So the next time you hear from Jen, she will be talking to you as if you are guests at Megan's workshop. I hope you enjoy watching Jen's presentation.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that Megan invited me over to share stamping with you. Let me introduce myself first so that you know who I am. My name is Genevieve Ko, and lots of people call me Jen, which is totally fine if that's easier for you to remember. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I sort of fell into stamping by accident. It all started when I was at home with my 3 kids. The youngest was probably about 6 months old. And I had a girlfriend invite me to a stamping party. So I had no idea what that was, but I did know that I got to get out of the house, I got to chat with other ladies, and eat potato chips. She really knew that I loved potato chips, so I'm sure she would put some out for me. So I did. I just went to the party, and I had a great time. Not only did I get the things I expected, hanging out with my friends and eating chips and not holding a spit-up baby, I actually got to make something really cute and go home with it. So of course, I asked the demonstrator to come and do that with me, and I got to do it all over again. My husband watched the kids while I had the ladies over. It was so fun. And I just noticed I ordered a little bit and then a little bit more, and it just made sense for me to eventually get the starter kit because you could get a lot of product for a really great price. And then when I continued to order, I would save money each time that I ordered. So that's how it all started. But then I discovered it wasn't enough to just order and save for myself. I discovered I really needed to have classes and be with my friends so that I could have an excuse to eat potato chips. So I started offering classes and doing things like that, and that's how I ended up here at Megan's. So that's a little bit about me. I would love to learn a little bit about you, but today is a really gigantic party. I'm so excited that Megan was so great with her invites, and you're all here. So I love to do a warm-up exercise, but we're just going to do the exercise in our mind because it would take a long time for us to all share our names and do that. But what I want you to do is to think about your favorite comfort food. So think about a food that you eat that makes you happy or something like that. Okay, so I see lots of you smiling, so that means you have that in your mind. I'll share mine with you. My favorite, well, it's chips, but it's also mashed potatoes, actually, the kind with sour cream and chives and bacon, that sort of thing. And I think actually anything potato is right up there on the list because I grew up on rice, and so when I was introduced to potatoes, like you could really dress it up with a lot of really fun things. So whenever I eat that, I feel super happy. So you might be thinking of macaroni and cheese, or you might be thinking of chocolate, pasta, right? So when you're thinking about that, that's how I want to frame today's party. This is not a lobster and caviar kind of affair. You don't have to be on your best behavior. You don't have to worry about there being an exam afterwards. And I'm not going to stand over your shoulder and follow your every move to make sure you're doing it perfectly. We're just going to relax and have fun because that's what we're here to do. Okay? So let me just thank Megan for having us all here. Yay, Megan! And Megan, as a thank you for hosting, you actually get a free class pass to come out to one of my classes, either my technique or my sweet and simple class. So I'm so excited about that. As well, for hosting, Megan, you also get an invitation to my Hostess Appreciation Breakfast. And that happens once a year, so mark your calendar, don't miss it, because I love to pamper my hostesses. You're gonna get cupcakes with special in-color icing, you're gonna get special gifts, you're gonna get special make and takes, there's gonna be a huge garage sale, so you're gonna wanna come to that. As well, because you penciled in your party date at Jennifer's house at her party, you picked out a stamp set from my booking bucket. So today I get to give you your stamp set. So that is a special treat for Megan as well. Thanks so much. And that's not all. Megan, you get to keep this full color idea book and catalog. Now, everybody has one of these in front of you at your seats, so they are part of my business supplies. But if you want to take one home with you today, all you have to do is pencil in a date with me, and you get that great full-color catalog and idea book to go home with. But that's not all. Megan also gets free products based on the party sales today. So I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited that we're all going to get to stamp together. So in front of you, you'll see that you have a piece of grid paper, and that is just to protect Megan's beautiful wood dining room table. So whenever you're stamping, please make sure you do it on the grid paper. The other thing that you will notice is that you've got a pen and a little pack of Post-it notes at your seat. And that's just so that when I'm demonstrating, you'll be able to jot down anything that catches your eye. Like if you love a color or a stamp set that I'm using, don't be afraid, just jot it down in the little wish list section, and it'll be a lot easier when we're checking out at the end because you already have your list going. And the Post-it notes are just if you're browsing through the catalog, you can easily flag things so you don't get finger cramps from trying to save the spots in the pages. Okay, so I'm sure Megan mentioned that this is a private class. You're going to get to make 4 different cards, and you'll get to go home with them. So the class fee is $20, but it's absolutely free if you place an order. Your order just has to be a minimum of $25. So that's really the best deal. Don't pay me the $20 flat. It's really a better deal if you get cards and also some product as well. And then you'll be contributing to Megan's hostess benefits. Okay, so let me demonstrate the 4 cards that you're going to do today, and then you'll get a chance to stamp. And then after that, I'll do a quick catalog tour, answer any questions, and take your orders. Okay, let's dive right in. Perfect. So we all love to name our children and our pets. Stamping Up is awesome. They name their colors. So today when I'm demonstrating, I am going to be using the actual color names that Stamping Up has. So let's dive in. The first card that I'm going to make is using a Hello Honey cardstock. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock that I've cut in half, and then I'm just going to fold it in half. And I find it easier to just burnish the fold with a bone folder. It's just a really simple tool that just helps the fold to be a little bit more crisp. And then what I'll do is take the Whisper White cardstock and this great stamp set called That Thing You Did. Now, Stamping Up is great because their stamps come in sets. So that means you don't have to look for all different stamps for what you need. Everything is all inside one set. So I'm going to use the You're So Vintage sentiment from that set. We'll just tap, 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 and just go straight down and straight up. Look at that. That was so easy. No drawing skills or artistic skills needed, because Stamping Up hires their own artists to do all of that for us. So all we have to do is tap, 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 and go straight down and straight up. And look at that. This swoosh matches perfectly with the sentiment, comes in the same set. So easy. Now we're going to put some adhesive on the back. Stamping Up has lots of different kinds of adhesive, but the one I'm using today is called Fast Fuse. You'll be using this one today as well. So I want to give you a few tips. The first thing you need to know is that when you're holding it, the bumpy part is on the top. The other thing you need to know is you don't need to press very hard. You just need to roll. And then because it's such a strong adhesive, you need to break the adhesive. So in order to break the adhesive, you're going to remember this rhyme, which is slide to the side. And it just breaks the adhesive. Okay, so same on the other corner. So when you're doing this, one time you're going to roll to the left, the other time you're going to roll to the right, and slide to the side. Okay, that's it. Oh, and what we'll do, because we love to dress things up a little bit, we'll use this little punch. Stamping Up has all different kinds of punches. This is a little banner punch. And I'll just apply a tiny bit of adhesive on that as well. And then we'll stick it, oh, no, we're gonna use this Tangelo twist piece first to match our little Tangelo twist banner. Now, we don't need to use a ton of adhesive because it's very strong adhesive. So unless you're expecting your card to go through a nuclear blast, you don't need to apply it all over. You just need the 4 corners. I mean, if you want to apply it all over because you think it's going to go through a lot, feel free. You're welcome to purchase the refills from me whenever you need. So all we're going to do is stick that down. That's cute already, and then we love to get a little bit of bling. So if you are a woman that loves bling, or anybody who loves bling, you need to get these rhinestones because you get all different sizes, and they already have adhesive on the back. So you can just stick it on. And we can't stop there because then you'd be sending a card that says, "You're so old." So what we're going to do is use the happy birthday stamp that comes in the same stamp set, so you don't even have to buy anything else. You're just getting one stamp set because it's got a happy birthday sentiment right there. Okay, so just like that, you've got a super fast and cute card that you could give to anyone. Just imagine how your friend is going to feel. Think of a friend that you know now that you haven't seen in a while that needs a happy birthday card or a little pick-me-up. Imagine how they're going to feel when they open their mailbox and they got their bills and their trashy, flyers, and then they take this out and get this beautiful card from you. How are they going to feel? They're going to feel awesome. And you help them to feel awesome, and they're going to think you're the best friend ever. Best friend ever. Okay, so let's move on. Because Megan's the hostess, she got to pick the theme of the cards. And she's planning ahead. She wanted to do a Christmas card. So I was excited about that because we just have a new holiday catalog coming out. And so I get to use this new Christmas stamp set called Your Presents. And it's a great stamp set. It's got lots of different images in it. So what I'm going to use today is the diagonal stamp from this set, as well as the present stamp from this set. So what I'll do is I'll take the Whisper white paper, grab that, and at every party I love to show a new technique or some sort of new experience. So every party is different. You're never going to see the same thing twice, and today at Megan's party I decided we're going to do a little kissing. That's right. Every time you hear the word kissing, feel free to make that sound because I don't know, for some reason that I really want to do that. Okay. I mean, make that sound after I say the word kissing, not actually start kissing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me teach you the kissing technique. All you have to do is tap on the ink pad. Now, you don't need to use superhuman strength, right? We just need to tap, 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 because stamping up ink pads are very juicy. And then you're going to take the present stamp, and you're going to kiss them together. All right. So you've kissed them together, and then you're going to press down onto the Whisper white paper, straight down and straight up. You don't need to rock at all. There you go. And then you've got that super fun design. Okay, so we won't stop there. We're just going to put a little bow at the top in garden green. Okay, and then, can't stop there. I mean, it's cute already, but since we've got a stamp set full of different stamps, I'm going to use the Joy one, and I'm going to use this archival black stamping ink pad. Woohoo! Yes, it is a great ink pad. If you've ever used a black ink pad and been disappointed, you're not going to be disappointed with this one because it stamps so crisp and so black. It's not purplish, it's not grayish, it's actually black. And I think I forgot to mention how to open the ink pads. So when your make and take buckets come around, you'll take everything out. And if you don't know how to open these ink pads, let me remind you what you need to remember. Just remember these ink pads are like men. So how to open them is that you're pushing them away, then you pull them towards you, then you lock them into place. Okay? So that's all you need to know to open our ink pads. And you may be wondering why Stampin' Up! Designed them that way. They designed them that way so that when the ink pad is resting, it's actually resting upside down. So the actual pad is hanging upside down, and that just allows the ink to pool near the top of the pad instead of sinking to the bottom. So that just makes Stampin' Up! Ink pads superior and wonderful and easy to use. So straight down, straight up, there we go. And then we could leave it like that, but I love to punch out different shapes, so I'm going to use one of the Stampin' Up! Punches. There's just a little sliding lock, which you'll unlock. You'll stick it in and punch it out. So fast and so easy. So we have a great focal point for our card. So let's quickly finish it up. I'll fold the mint macron cardstock. It's one of our new in colors, so if you love that color, make sure to jot it down on that wish list before you forget. It's a great color to be used at Christmas or at any other time of year. And we don't have to look far. Stampin' Up! Has some designer series paper, also in mint macron. Perfect. So remember, slide to the side, slide to the side. Easy, mint macron paper on. And then it's fun to put a little bit of bling. This time I'm using the Dazzling Details glimmer paper. And I'll dress it up. Since we used some garden green ink, I'm going to use some garden green ribbon. The great thing about this ribbon is that it comes in a 2-pack. So when you purchase it, you get the green, but you also get the red. So when you're making your Christmas cards at home or Christmas projects, and you can't decide whether to use red and green, don't worry, you'll have both. Okay, so all we have to do is just staple it on. I love Stampin' Up! Staples, the Stampin' Up! Stapler, because they do not do huge office-style staples, because then you'd feel like you're working. These are actually cute little crafting staples. So fun. Okay, so all we have to do is just slide to the side. If you have any trouble, you just advance the reel, or not. We'll just move that, slide to the side, and stick it down. And then we love to add a little bit of texture, so we're going to use these stamping dimensionals. Everyone needs to write these on their wish list. They are a must-have because they're a great value. You get 300 for some great price. I believe it's $5.25. Great value. Pop it on like that, and then let me show you the finished card. Oh, I have so many here. But it pretty much, wow, I have a lot of them, and none of them are here. Here we go. You can just put a bow at the top. Okay, so that's the finished card that you're going to make today. Okay, so the next card that we're going to do, Megan also asked for a birthday card. So this Your Present stamp set is also great for birthdays. You might have thought it's just for Christmas, but that's the great thing. So many Stampin' Up! Stamps are so versatile. So we're going to do a birthday card with the Your Present stamp set. And I'm using a thick Whisper White cardstock. And I pre-scored it. Just because it's so thick, it does need to be pre-scored, but you don't have to worry. I've pre-scored all of yours for you. And then we're going to use the Watermelon Wonder ink pad. I'll open that up, lock it into place. And we're going to take the diagonal and then the square. We'll use these together. And we're going to do some more kissing. Again, I love to show different techniques. So this is kissing, but just in a different way. That's right. We've got the right idea. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap. And we're going to push them together. Okay. And then again, tap, tap, tap. But this time, turn 90 degrees. And kiss it together. Okay, so when you book your party, if you want to see a different technique like heat embossing or dry embossing, I'd be happy to show that. But this is the kissing technique, kind of 2 ways. So it gives you a bit of a gingham pattern. Okay, and then because I used Watermelon Wonder ink, it's so easy. I just picked out some Watermelon Wonder cardstock to go on the bottom. But because this strip is so thin, we're going to use a different kind of adhesive compared to the fast fuse because it's a little tricky. We're going to use an adhesive called the Fine Tip Glue Pen. It's great. It is so smartly designed. Stampin' Up! Is good that way. All you have to do is unscrew the lid. It's the white part at the top. And you'll see this super, super fine tip. And what's really awesome is that there's actually a little needle or a pin in the lid so that when you're recapping it, that will fit right into the fine tip so that it never gets gobbed up with glue and doesn't work. It'll always have an open hole. Okay. So we'll just apply a little bit of this fine tip glue. I'm going to tell you now, it is a very liquid, runny glue, so you don't need to squeeze a whole lot. You just need to squeeze a little bit, and it'll come flowing out. But that's a reason why you have to remember to store that glue upright, just in case, because if you store it sideways, it's just going to flow out. If there's any hole that it could flow out from, it's just going to come flying out. Okay, so you've got that, and let me show you what the final card looks like. Okay? So that is how you can use this stamp set for Christmas. You can use it for birthday. It's perfect. So if you love it, write it on your wish list. Now, I want to point out to you that as Megan's guests, I know that you're brilliant. I know that you're super brilliant, and that's why I chose to do this card, because I don't normally choose all these different colors on one card. But since you're so smart, I know you can do it. Just remember that the square present is going to be in Watermelon Wonder. This one is going to be in Mint Macron. The smaller one is going to be in Crushed Curry, and the words and the bow are going to be in Basic Black. So we'll just try to keep it that way, because if you start to mix it up, you're going to end up stamping in Barf. And Barf is not a stamping up color. So we're going to just try and stick with what we got going here. I mean, it's not the end of the world. This is a comfort food experience, and if you're okay with that, then we're all okay with that too. I just wanted to save you a little disappointment. Okay, so that's pretty much the cards for today. What you're going to do now is I'll hand out the buckets. Just take out the little packets that I've already pre-prepared inside, take out what you need, and start stamping, and I'm here to help you. And then after that, I'll jump into the catalog tour. Okay, so have fun. Okay, demonstrator to demonstrator now. We're walking away, I'm talking to you as a demonstrator. This is the part where everyone at the party has a blast, right? Like they take all the stuff out, they use every rhinestone possible. They're having the best time ever. They're talking about their husbands, their work, their garden, their children, and they're not really paying that much attention to this stamping thing. So your job as the demonstrator is to help them finish their 4 cards as quickly as possible and as stress-free as possible. Okay, so that involves, taking stuff out of the bucket for them, closing the ink pad when they're done, releasing the thing on the punch, tying their bows, handing them the glue dots when you see that they're looking for it. All of that. The reason you're doing that is to give them a stress-free experience, but also so that you can get the make and takes done as quickly as possible. After that, then you'll have time for ordering. If you take too long on the make and takes, there is no time for ordering. Okay, you understand? Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, everyone looks like they're just about done. Their make and takes, perfect. Just throw everything in the bucket. And what I'd like to do now is go through the catalog tour. So if everyone could please grab a catalog from under their chair or wherever they put it. Grab your catalog. And I would like to explain how this book works. It is a very large book because Stampin' Up! Has been around for more than 25 years. They have quite a following of people, so they have to have something for everyone. But I want to help you through this book just because it's so large. So grab that catalog, and the first thing I want you to do is turn to page 1. Okay? So on page 1, you'll see that there's an index. And there are lots of pages that you can take a look at. Now, today at Megan's party, I use Stampin' Up! Products to make cards. But you'll see that there's so many other things you can do with these products. You can make gift tags, you can do gift packaging, there's memory keeping. So if you're interested in any of those things, make sure to go to those appropriate pages. But if you want to see projects using those things, I would love to come and show you and your friends some different ideas. All you have to do is pencil in a date with me, and let's do it today, because then you can pick a stamp from my booking bucket. So let's move forward. The next page is on page 2. And you'll see that Stampin' Up! Has a couple of different stamp styles. There's the classic rubber and the photopolymer. Now, in the classic rubber, you've got the clear mount and the wood mount. That just shows whether the stamp is stuck on the wood or stuck on the clear. So just remember, when you're ordering today, if you are ordering either clear mount or photopolymer, you're going to need to purchase an acrylic block if you don't already have one. Next thing is on page 3, Lots of people ask me about colors and, they want a blue ink pad or they want a green ink pad. So I would suggest taking your Post-it notes and flagging this page right here so that you can check exactly what color green you want or what color blue you want. It's just super easy to just take a look at all of the color families at one glance. Okay, so let's fast forward now. Turn in your catalog to page 97. Here we go. So on page 97, here's one of the stamp sets we use today. And just so you know, all the stamp images are actual size. So what you see is what you stamp. And underneath, you'll have the stamp name, style of stamp, the cost, and which blocks you need. Now, as I mentioned, this is not just a catalog. You don't just shop from this. There's also great ideas. So up here, you'll see some different ideas using that stamp set. And if you like any of those ideas, it's super easy. There's a box right here that tells you what you need to order. And you can just jot that down on your order form. Okay, so let's fast forward to page 155. The other thing people often ask me is there a kit? Do you have a kit for that? So what I did is at the front of your catalogs, you'll see that I made up a suggested package list. This is not carved in stone. We can substitute anything, change anything, but I just wanted to give you a place to start. So the first package we'll talk about is package C. And package C has the Watercolor Wishes card kit. And let me bring that up to show you. The Watercolor Wishes card kit makes 20 different cards. It's actually got a full-color little instruction booklet. It comes with ink, stamps, accessories. It even comes with my favorite dimensionals, so everything's in there. And this is perfect for you if you don't have anything and you want somewhere to get started. It's $43.25. It's great start. Now, also, if you're looking for a gift, maybe a birthday's coming up, this would also be perfect because it comes in this great box. The other idea for package C is to get the My Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscription. It looks like this, and I think it's a great idea because it comes delivered to your door, and again, it has everything you need. Stamps, ink, paper, accessories. It just doesn't come with the scissors. But what's fun about it is that you'll get this little surprise each month at your door. And I would suggest for today's party, if you want to give it a try, go for the 3-month prepaid subscription because it just gives you a little time to try it and enjoy it and check it out. And then if you like it, you can continue on a monthly subscription after that. Okay, and then package B gives you a little more flexibility. And if you love lots of things and want to get started, I would suggest going with package B. It's got everything you need: stamps, ink, paper, a punch, adhesive, envelopes. So I've never even counted, but you make a lot of cards with these supplies. And it's also a great way to get started. And then if you loved everything in the catalog and just can't wait to get started and start ordering, and you think you'll order more and more and more, then I would go with package A. It's absolutely the best deal. You only pay $125, no tax, no shipping, but you get to choose $155 of product of whatever you want. So not only do you get a great deal, you also get to enjoy the fun of the Stampin' Up! Family. And let me tell you, it's a lot of fun. So talk to me about that if you're interested. Okay, so I think that's it. What I'd love for you to do is fill out your raffle tickets, print neatly so I can read your name and your email address. And then after that, I'm going to answer any questions and help you with your orders. I hope you had fun. Did you have fun and learn something new?